Hello, my dear students, how are you? Today we will start with a new lesson which is about chemical reaction. Of course, you learned about chemical reaction in grade 6 today, and in this lesson we will continue what did you learned before. So, the objective of this part is to define and compare between physical and chemical changes. I want to ask you here a question. Have you ever observed a changes in your daily life? Yani, for example, fireworks. Can you see that it's a change that will take place? مثلا a change the color of apple if you cut it, burning of the paper, rotting of bread, and cooking, any cooking. If you want to cook egg, fry egg, can you observe a change? Melting of ice. These are many changes that you can observe it in your daily life, okay? And cutting a wood into pieces also is one of a changes that you can observe it. Let's see how these changes differ. First, I want to take example a wood. I want to apply two actions on these pieces of wood. First, cutting wood, if we want to cut the wood, and second action, we can burn the wood. Okay, these are two actions that can be done on the same pieces of wood, cutting the wood or burning the wood. What is the difference between these two actions? If we cut the wood, what happens? If you are observing this video, the man here is cutting the wood. We can observe that wood is cut into smaller pieces. And if we burn the wood, we can observe that we have a light released, we have a smoke, okay, we have ash obtained. So we have different changes here that will take place. Type, if I take the first action, which is the cutting the wood, okay, what happens after cutting the wood? What happens? So the result is a smaller pieces of wood of different shapes. Okay, isn't true? Yani we have smaller pieces of wood if you want to cut them, and they have different shapes as shown here in the figure. Type, here I have a question. Did we obtain here a new substances after cutting of a wood? Think please, teacher. I cut the wood into smaller pieces and I make shapes of them. I have a new substances. Yani this wood become another substance or they staying wood? So no, we don't have a new substance here. Only in this case change in the form and size only. There is no formation of a new substance. So this change is called physical change. So the physical change, yani only change in the form or and in the size. There is no formation of a new substance. Type here, if I take the second action, which is the burning of the wood, okay, what happens after burning the wood? So we can observe the release of carbon dioxide gas. Okay, all of you, when you burn, you can observe the smog which is released. Okay, the smoke which is released, which is the carbon dioxide gas type. And at the end of the burning, we can observe the ash obtained as shown here in this figure. So here the another question also, did we obtain here a new substances or not? And if we burn the wood, we still have wood or another substances? So yes, we obtained a new substances. Okay, so here the identity of the substance change. The identity, yani it's not the same substance. We have a new substance. So this change is called chemical change, not physical, chemical change, when we obtained a new substance. So we have a change in the identity of substance, so it is a chemical change. طيب, for example here, if I want to vaporize water, okay, after heating and reaching the boiling point of the water, the temperature reach the boiling point of the water, what happens to water? Water which is in liquid state, it will change into what? Water in gaseous state. We have here a water vapor, but we have another substance, or it's the same? There is no change in the identity of water here, only the state change. يعني there is no formation of new substance, only that the water change in its state. يعني again, gas, the water vapor gas will remain in water liquid state. Okay, type. So this is a physical change. In this case, if we want to make a vaporization of water, it's a physical change because there is no change in the identity of the substance. Type. If I take another example, during the cooking, okay, if I want to cook egg, for example, here, the egg, its color change, its smell, its taste, everything is changed here, yeah, teacher. So I have a formation of a new substance. The identity of the substance change. So we have a new substance, and this change is chemical change. Okay, can we differentiate between physical and chemical change? So the physical change is the change only in the state or in the size or in the form or the shape of the substance. There is no formation of a new substance, while in chemical change we have a change in the identity of the substance. Let's practice. Want to take some examples. We have some changes. We want to classify them into physical and chemical changes, okay, in this table. Let's start with the first one. Fireworks. It's a physical or chemical change? Yes, it's a chemical change because there is a change in the identity. We have formation of light, energy, we have sound, everything is a change in this example, so it's a chemical change. طيب, the second example, melting of ice. Did you think that's a chemical change? No, it's not. It's a physical change because here the ice was water in solid state, and when it melts it will become water in liquid state, so it is a physical change. Third one, separating rice from water. I have a mixture, rice with water, and I made an filtration to separate them, so it's a physical change because there is no formation of a new substance. Type. If I want rotting of the bread, it's a chemical or physical change? It's a chemical change because there is a formation of a new substance. The bread wasn't bread now when it makes rotting, okay? So it's a chemical change. Type. Write on a board, physical or chemical? So it's a physical change because only we are writing, make a cover of paint or this pen on the board and we can erase them, so it's a physical change.